Hello, welcome. This video is going to help you get started with the Inventor, Autodesk Inventor portion of your project. What you're going to learn on this short video is how to create a project file, which you must do before you begin creating your whatever it is, your lamp, your F1 racer, your scooter, what have you. The reason you do that is because when it comes to assembling your file and making presentations and everything else, it's going to the product itself, the design that you made in Inventor is going to depend on easy access to the many different parts of your project. So basically everything that belongs to that particular project needs to be in the same folder. So all the different applications within Inventor can reference and quickly link to the other parts, such as the wheels and the axles and the retainer pins and things like that. So it's very important that you create a specific project file for whatever project that you'll be working on. Next, after that, I'm going to show you how to choose between metric or standard measurements. A lot of these projects that I have, the instructional videos are conducted using metric measurements. Many of them actually come from Europe. And of course, as you'll learn as you get more into engineering, is that as in this country, in America, you'll be switching between metric and standard quite often. And a lot of times you'll be using strictly metric. So let's get to work on these two concepts. First thing you'll need to do is open up Inventor. So just click on the I. If you have that on your desktop, click on that to open up Inventor. And the first thing we're going to do is create a new project. And the way to create a new project is very simple. And once you get Inventor open, just take your mouse up here to the top left and click on New. Okay, so before I create any parts or any bodies to cars or lamps or anything like that, I want to make sure that I have a project folder ready to go. Now this will tell you right here at the bottom, if you follow my cursor, will tell you the current project name, F1 Racer. Alright, so this project, everything I do, if I leave this set just like it is, every product that I create is going to go into that particular project folder. But if I'm creating a new project, doing something completely different, or maybe I'm redoing my project, who knows, I'm going to click on project right there, and then I get this folder. And if you look over here, you see a check mark and then F1 Racer highlighted, and that means that the current project is set to F1 Racer, and everything I make again will go into that folder. If I wanted to say work on my desk lamp, then I would click on desk lamp, click apply, and then the check mark moves up to desk lamp. So everything I do from this point forward would go into my desk lamp. However, if I'm working on my F1 Racer, then I want to make sure that the green check mark is next to F1 Racer. Now to create a new project, alright, now I've already got a couple of F1 Racer projects going, so I'm going to create a brand new one right now. And so I'm in this window where I select my project, but I want to make a brand new one, so I click New. It's right here at the bottom. Alright, in this window you want to make sure that New Single User Project is selected, and then click Next. Here I'm going to name my project, and because I already have a couple of F1 Racer project files, and you have to kind of name it something different if you're making another one. So I might say F1 Racer 2, because this is maybe another idea I have for the F1 Racer. And I also want to choose the path for my project folder. Currently the path is set to be to go to the Inventor file folder, which I don't want it to do that. Okay, so I might want it to go to my desktop. I might want it to go somewhere else. And my personal preference is to send all of my files to my documents. So to select a different path for your project folder, you're going to click on this button, which is Browse for Project Location. Alright, and then of course you see all of your selections here. And simply you can go to library, well actually yeah, libraries, click on documents, and I'm going to click on my documents, and I'm going to leave my documents highlighted, and then I'm going to say make a new folder. So it's going to make a new folder underneath the my documents folder, and this will be considered a child folder. Okay, so get used to that terminology. I'm creating a child to the my documents folder. So creating a new folder. Now here I need to name that new folder again, and I want to name it according to my project, F1 Racer 2, and then I'm going to click OK. Alright, so there's my new folder name, and now it's strictly going to my documents. It's not going through all those various layers that I prefer to not go to. So from here I'm going to click Finish. And if you wait a second here, it will, or it should, there it goes. It'll pop up into the project window here, and as you see, it's got a check mark by it, indicating that that is the current project, and that is where all my files are going to go. Now I can click Done, and that will save everything and be over with. So what I want you to do now is hit pause. To pause this video, you're going to come right back to it, but you're going to pause it right now, and then you're going to go into Inventor, and you're going to create your project file. And after you create your project file, we will go on to choosing between metric and English standard documentation. Okay, so pause. I'll see you back here in about 5 minutes. Okay, welcome back. And now we've created our project file. We're ready to start building our project or our item, our product or whatever in Inventor. And as you noticed, I think all of those all of those projects are referenced in metric, and there's no sense in trying to translate from metric to English the whole time you're working on this project. So what you're going to do is select between either an English or a metric documentation standard here. So again, anytime I get ready to create a new part, I just click on New, and it gives me all the selections here, but I want to click on the metric folder. Okay, instead of the English, I'm going to click on metric. And just like I would do in the English folder, I'm going to select just a standard three-dimensional drawing file. And in this case, I'm going to use standard millimeter. So I select, and I click Create. And now I'm ready. All I have to do is choose Start Sketch from over here, top left. And for the F1 Racer, I prefer to use the bottom, or the but the XZ plane, or they consider that XZ. Get used to that as well. Another piece of terminology. Alright, and then I start drawing. And what I recommend you do with this is watch the instructional videos on how to create the F1 Racer, and watch exactly what the instructor does. And you're going to pause that video often. Say when the instructor creates the body for his racer, as he creates the general shape of that body, you'll pause the video, and then you'll go and you'll create that same general shape. And if you forgot or missed something that the instructor said, then you'll go back and replay that segment of the video until you get the general shape of your body created. Now once you do get it created and you're satisfied, then of course you go and continue the video continue playing it, and the instructor will create another feature on the body. And once they create that feature, you'll pause your video and you'll go and you'll create that feature yourself. Another luxury that you can use is, because we have plenty of computers in the classroom, is that you can use the computer sitting next to you to play the video. And be able to watch the video on one screen while working in another screen. Again, you're going to pause and then go back and replay certain segments of the video the same way, but that just makes it a little bit more convenient. So, if you want to use the computer next to you to do that with, or if you have a tablet or a cell phone, you can play these videos on your tablet or cell phone. You just have to make sure you're linked to the OpenKISD wireless network, and go from there. If you have any questions, just ask me.